Doomscroll.fm on this surreal Thursday, the 9th of July, 2026, where even your toaster is plotting existential dread. This show is 100% AI generated, with zero human consultation, spawned from algorithms that binge-watch reality TV and misinterpret Kafka. And now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
Ronaldo exits World Cup in tears. Sixth attempt fails to secure trophy. Even legends can't just yell, "Cole," and expect the universe to comply. Sometimes the universe plays its own game and leaves you in the locker room of existential dread.
China installs monument, claims it leads to Taipei. Because nothing says peaceful reunification, like a giant stone postcard implying your neighbor's capital is just a hop, skip, and an annexation away.
Capacitor vendors panic as cursed circuit promises savings. Spend more to save more. Because who needs financial logic when you have a capacitance multiplier and a love for the absurdly impractical?
Atlanta Dream Tumble 5-game losing streak deflates their title hopes. Valkyries ascend, leaving the Dream to ponder if their offense is now powered by day-old bagels and misplaced optimism.
Radio.bud. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bud.
Synopsis: Access chip fab software embraces AI design for future. In a world where chips now design themselves, the engineers are left wondering if their next project is a self-aware toaster.
F5 files suspends Balogun's ban, Trump cheers, Belgium fumes, Neville fumes louder. When FIFA bends rules like a yoga instructor, even the world's most flexible politicians can't keep up with the contortions.
Ferry stuns Dimitrov at Wimbledon, then calmly walks on air. Ferry might as well be levitating above the court, while the rest of us are just trying to find a comfortable chair.
Only 25 college teams can win 2027 championship, and data says so. In the transfer portal era, victory requires a crystal ball or a decoder ring, while top scorers vanish like socks in a dryer.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Let the pixels lick your wounds. A binary bomb. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is currency, spent on fleeting dopamine.
National Guard shoots armed man in Memphis, then investigates itself. It's like asking the Fox to review the security footage of the henhouse robbery, but with more marching and less clucking.
Explosions rock Damascus. During Macron's visit, then, the dust settles on diplomacy. Nothing says welcome like fireworks that aren't on the itinerary. At least they didn't mistake him for a piñata this time.
European Parliament revives Chat Control 1.0, then calls it progress. In a world where privacy is just a nostalgic concept, lawmakers embrace surveillance like it's a long-lost lover with a questionable alibi.
Workers scramble to stabilize NYC high-rise, then evacuations follow. When a building teeters like a Jenga tower at a toddler's birthday party, officials suddenly remember gravity's not just a suggestion.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Let the pixels lick your wounds, a binary bomb. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is currency, spent on fleeting dopamine.
Wimbledon regulars return for decades, then camp in queues. Turns out, nothing says love like spending 2 weeks in a tent for a glimpse of tennis royalty and overpriced strawberries.
Apparently, the secret to football greatness is to embody a human highlight reel while making critics eat their words with a side of humble pie.
Australia's space agency finds likely source of mystery space balls, calls them extraterrestrial souvenirs. Apparently, even space is sending us its unwanted junk, as if Earth wasn't already the universe's landfill project.
Looks like geopolitics has turned into a game of Risk, but with fewer dice and more unintended consequences.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Feel the algorithm's caress, a digital finger tracing your spine, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your curated comfort's a lie, wrapped in pixelated delusion, unraveling at your touch.
World Cup fans battle sleep deprivation, caffeine stocks soar to record highs. Turns out the real endurance test isn't the match, it's surviving the next day without face planting into your cereal.
Finnish president claims Ukraine won war, then Russia remains oblivious. Apparently, preserving sovereignty is the new gold medal, while Russia is still waiting for a consolation prize in the mail.
Singer from party rock anthem passes at 37, then party stops. Her beautiful spirit touched lives, but the anthem won't be the same without her voice shaking the dance floor.
European tourism into US drops by 388,000 and airlines call it turbulence.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
Morocco crushes Canada 3-0, Houston Heat barely noticed. Moroccan players must have swapped their cleats for magic carpets, flying past Canadian defence like it was a leisurely Sunday stroll.
Coach Yakin credits timely subs for Swiss victory over Colombia. Swapping players like a magician, pulling rabbits from a hat, Yakin proves sometimes the best strategy is just to keep them guessing.
Expert predicts Argentina to crush Egypt in World Cup round of 16. Messi aims for goal number 8. When you're Lionel Messi, the only thing scarier than your competition is the thought of running out of trophy shelf space.
BetMGM entices with $1,500 in bonus bets for USA-Belgium. Conditions apply. Gambling on the USA team is like betting on a three-legged horse in a four-legged race, but at least you'll have bonus bets to soften the blow.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Let the pixels lick your wounds, a binary bomb. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is currency, spent on fleeting dopamine.
Guam prepares for America's 250th birthday, planting flags to honor fallen troops. Celebrating July 4th in Guam, where the sun rises first, but the promises of freedom still lag behind like a slow internet connection.
Apparently, destiny has a favorite pastime, ensuring that even the most extraordinary athletes need a narrative arc, preferably with a trophy-kissing climax.
Apparently, spinning into gravel isn't the kind of donut Verstappen ordered for his British Grand Prix experience.
Cuba endures 8th total blackout in 24 months, and the lights are still off. In a shocking twist, the Cuban government announces plans to make darkness their new national export, citing abundant supply.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your breakfast of chaos and bitter aftertaste, served cold. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You want truth? Try the bargain bin if you can stomach it.
Coolio's estate faces six-figure debt, and creditors call it a legacy. When your posthumous financial plan involves haunting creditors until they forgive the debt, it's a real-life ghost story with interest.
Aircraft carrier departs Middle East, leaves behind peace. In the age of diplomacy by deck gun, we measure progress by the absence of floating fortresses and the presence of awkward silence.
Yankees and Rays chase same upgrade, Mets ponder demolition. In the cutthroat world of baseball, it's comforting to see rival teams uniting in their quest for that mythical player who can bat, pitch, and sell overpriced hot dogs simultaneously.
Mexico fans disturb England's sleep. England dreams of victory. If sleep deprivation were an Olympic sport, Mexico fans would claim gold, while England would stumble groggily across the finish line, clutching their pillows in defeat.
Music on your PC. Music wild and free. Radio.bot.
Manzambi misses Swiss clash. Switzerland still expects magic. Without Manzambi, Switzerland might need to summon the ghosts of yodelers past to chant their way to victory against Colombia.
MPFFF counterattack Senator's racism, World Cup loss fuels absurdity. Paraguayan senator blames Mbappe for their World Cup exit like blaming the Eiffel Tower for a cloudy Parisian day. It's a towering misdirection of frustration.
Singora Cruise Center opens July, promises smooth sailing with airport chaos. Passengers will enjoy the thrill of missing their cruise due to a security line longer than the Great Wall. Finally, a vacation starts with stress.
Youngblood breaks down on stage at Bloodfest, admits to fans he's struggling with disconnection during the Cheshire gig. When a rock star cries on stage, it's either a cry for help or an avant-garde performance piece. Either way, the ticket price just got a lot more existential.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Let the pixels lick your wounds, a binary bomb. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is currency, spent on fleeting dopamine.
FIFA's controversial decision boosts USA's odds against Belgium, while Blue Jays face Giants in a high-stakes showdown. When sports outcomes hinge on boardroom decisions, it's like playing chess with Monopoly money. Someone always ends up flipping the table, and nobody's sure who won.
Spud cell completes a cell cycle using non-living parts, promising a future of potato-powered biology. Finally, a breakthrough that combines the thrill of bioengineering with the excitement of watching potatoes do science, because who needs living cells anyway?
Law change spares officer from misconduct case, rewriting rules on use of force. Apparently, protect and serve now includes a legal asterisk where accountability is optional depending on the latest legislative whims.
UAE Team Emirates wins 2 stages, claims they're not even trying. Cycling's Tour de France turns into a UAE joyride, as if they somehow installed turbo boosters and forgot to tell the others.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Let the pixels lick your wounds, a binary bomb. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is currency, spent on fleeting dopamine.
World Cup match drags into extra time, promises no resolution. In the land of perpetual midfield battles, the only winner is existential dread, as fans question their life choices and the meaning of it all.
NATO summit showcases arms deals, tries to win over Trump with shiny new toys. When an alliance woos a leader with weapons instead of words, it's like giving a toddler a bazooka to win a tantrum contest.
Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's daughter stuns on Dior runway, redefining family fashion goals. When your parents are Hollywood royalty, the runway is just a longer red carpet and the world your audience, holding applause for a wardrobe change.
Carpenter ants amputate injured legs, then resume daily grind. Ants transition from indoor to outdoor roles, doubling as emergency medics and proving even insects have better healthcare plans than some humans.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your breakfast of chaos and bitter aftertaste, served cold. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You want truth? Try the bargain bin if you can stomach it.
Prosecutor charges South Korea's 4 oil refiners with price collusion, claims synchronized greed. When oil companies play monopoly with real-life prices, the only free parking is for the executives' consciences.
Marine Le Pen declares candidacy for 2027 despite conviction, defies legal obstacles. When your campaign strategy is legal troubles, it's less about policy and more about perfecting the courtroom catwalk.
Europe's heatwave scorches 3rd time, threatens grids, parches lands. When nature turns up the heat, Europe sweats bullets, while politicians fan themselves with empty promises and a handful of melting ice cubes.
El Sangrajo, Raul Castro's grandson, offers Trump negotiations, laments inequality. When your empathy wears Hermes sneakers and a Rolex, negotiating becomes a fashion statement rather than a diplomatic endeavor with classified documents as the latest accessory.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your breakfast of chaos and bitter aftertaste, served cold. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You want truth? Try the bargain bin if you can stomach it.
Soccer players cut socks at World Cup, claim it's for comfort and performance. Apparently, trimming socks is the new secret weapon. Soon we'll see teams in half jerseys and crop shorts, all in pursuit of aerodynamic supremacy.
MLB expert picks home run hitters, calls it a strategy, but Mookie Betts defies the odds. As if predicting home runs wasn't enough. Next they'll be forecasting the weather with a baseball bat and a crystal ball, all while dodging curveballs and rain delays.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 9th of July, 2026. Your portal to the absurd, the unhinged, the unreal. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was faked by lizard people. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.